Good afternoon, students. Now we are discussing about the chapter 3, Our Changing Earth. So in this chapter we had already discussed so many things, terminology and main topics. Now we are discussing about the definition. We had already completed the weathering definitions. Now here erosion. Because these are two factors responsible for the movement of the plates, crust. So here is the erosion. We have already seen erosion. Erosion process is carried by different things. Means it is made by water, wind, ice, anything. So the proper definition is here. Erosion is wearing away of the landscape by different agents. Means erosion is a wearing away. Means this is the wash away things by different agents like water, wind and ice. The eroded material is carried away or transported on eventually deposits it. Means this is the eroded material. Means erosion is eroded material carried away or transported and eventually deposited. So I think it's clear. Next topic is work of river. What is the work of river? River are erode so many things. Means the running water erodes the landscape. Waterfalls, when the river tumbles at steep angle over hard rocks or down the steep valley, it forms a waterfall. Means this is the important work of river that carried so many things, small parts of rocks, large parts of rocks, pebbles, different minerals, fine silt and spread all over the plains. So this is the work of river. Now work by river is done, but some different terms here describes. Means river is also formed the meanders and oxbow lakes. What is the meander? Meander is the river enters the plain. When the river enters in the plain, it twists and turns forming large bands. Means it turns and twists and forming large bands known as meander. Means these are the large bands created by the river. So these large bands called meanders. Now the second thing, what is created by the river? The oxbow lake. Means oxbow lake is created by river. How? Due to continuous erosion and deposition along the sides of meander. Means this is connected by the meander. This is continuously erosion and deposition by the river, and these are created alongside of meander. The ends of meander loop come closer and closer. Means the meander's ends created loops comes to closer and closer. Over the time the loop parts off from the river and forms a cut-off lake. Means over time the river's water is coming in a faster way, it's cut off of their ends and forms a different lake, that is called the oxbow lake, because it's shaped like the oxbow. That's why it's called oxbow lake. So these are the two terms created by the river. The next topic is floodplains and levees. We are already very familiar with this word floodplains. It is created by the water when rivers are overflowed. Their waters and deposits are already over the plain surface. That's why this is caused by the flood. So as the river overflows, it deposits layer of fine soil and other material called sediments. Means floodplains are created by water, and when the river are overflows, it carried and deposits so many things on the surface of that plains, that is called sediments along its bank. Means it's deposited on the river banks. These leads to the formation of a flat fertile flat plains. Means this is the result of these activities. This leads to the formation of a flat fertile floodplain, and the raised banks are called levees. Means the upper portion or elevated portion of the river banks are called levees. So I hope you understand that properly, and you can note it down the definitions and terms of this chapter, and this is a very important topic, so I think you have to clear it. Stay safe. Thank you. Good afternoon, students. We had already completed the so many topics of this chapter 3, Geography, Our Changing Earth. Now, these topics are remaining. So, delta, we had already discussed about the so many work of river. Now, this is delta. Delta is the last tip of the river, means as the river approaches the sea, means any river who flow in the any sea or ocean, it approaches the sea or ocean, the speed of the flowing water is decreases, means their speed is going to slow. So flowing water decreases and the river begins to break up into a number of streams called distributaries, means when the rivers begin to break up into a numbers of streams called distributaries, means here are see that this is the work of river and this is the end point it create by the river, and when it create at the last point of the river, it is break up to in the number of streams, that is called tributaries or distributaries. Next thing is the river becomes so slow that it begins to deposit its load, means when the river is slow, it deposited its load. The collection of sediments from all the mouths of distributaries form a delta, means this is called the mouth of the distributaries, that is the delta. So I hope you clear what is the distributaries and what are the definition of delta. Next topic is work of sea waves, means we have already see that oceans and seas have waves. So what is the work of sea waves? Erosion and deposition of sea waves give rise to coastal landforms, means the erosion and deposition, that is the work of sea waves, it created the coastal landforms, means first beaches, we had already seen beautiful beaches in all over the world. So this is created by the sea waves. The sea waves deposit sediments along the shores forming beaches, means beaches have so many types. It may be created by pebbles, sand, small sand, bigger sand, size of different types of soil. So it is created by the sea waves and that is called the beaches. Sea cliffs, the steep rocky coast rising almost vertically, means where the seas and oceans are there, so many rocks are there and these rocks are parallel or vertically straight parallel to the sea, that is called sea cliff. Now the another thing is there, sea caves. Sea caves means it is created by the water of sea, and caves like a hollow thing in that rocks, bigger rocks. Sea waves continuously strike at the rock, means waves are continuously coming and going and it strikes at the rock and develop cracks. Over time these cracks become larger and wider, means many times they strikes and their cracks are developed more and more larger and wider. Thus hollow like caves are formed on rocks, means for these strikes on the rocks, so many hollow caves are formed on that rocks. So they are called sea caves. I hope you understand what are the sea caves, sea cliffs, beaches. So these are the work of sea waves and we had already completed the work of river at the delta. So you can note it down. It is very important for your notes and learn it today. Thank you. Stay safe. Students, now in this chapter 3, Geography, Our Changing Earth, in this chapter we are discussing so many definitions of different terms of this chapter. Means in the first heading, the work of sea waves, we have discussed about the beaches, sea cliffs, sea caves, and now today we are discussing about the two different work of sea waves, sea arches and stacks. So we have already discussed about the sea caves, and that sea caves are continuously taking the strikes of water waves, of sea waves, and they are converted into arches, means their roofs are continuously gone because of the strike of water, so it was become the arches. So the definition of sea arches is, as these cavities, means these are the cavities, means that removing the roof of that caves, so it is converted and cavities become bigger and bigger, only the roof of caves remain, thus forming sea arches. Means the definition of sea arches is, as these cavities become bigger and bigger, only the roof of caves remain, thus forming sea arches. One more work of sea waves are stacks. What are the stacks? Stacks are erosion work, means this is the erosional work. Erosion break the roof and only the walls are left. These walls like features are called stacks, means only this is formed by the waves of sea and it is converted into small pillars of walls, so we are calling this stacks. Now our chapter's main topic is work of ice glaciers, means work of glaciers. So here is glacier or river of ice, means here are the definition of glacier. We are calling glacier as the river of ice, which to erode the landscape by bulldozing soil and stones to expose the solid rock below. Means here we are discussing about the snow's works, means snow is moving from upward to downward and they erode the landscape by their movement and they erode the stones, means soft stones, and they erode it to the solid rock below. So these are the definition of glacier and work of glacier. Here glaciers curve out deep hollow as the ice melts. They get fed up with water and became beautiful lakes in the mountains. Means some lakes we have seen on the mountain areas, these are the melting of glacier. These are formed by the melting of glaciers and this is the very beautiful scenic features created by the glaciers on the mountains. One more thing about this, the material carried by the glacier such as rocks, big and small, sand and silt gets deposited to form glacial moraines, means that place that there silt, small sands and rocks are deposited, that place we are calling moraines. So these are the three important terms of the glacier, so you can understand properly. Now our next topic is work of wind. So here are only definition, we are discussing about more in later videos. Here you can note it down, this definition of work of wind. An active agent of erosion and deposition in desert is wind. We cannot see air, but we can see the movement of air is also, and in desert we can see easily, means that agent erosion deposition of in the desert, that is wind. So we can learn more about in the next video, so you can learn it, note it down properly. It helps our answers of these questions. Thank you. Stay safe.